Good morning. It is 6:25 a.m. on Friday, June 15th, 2018. I'm Christiana Ellis and I just got up. This is 5 more minutes. Ugh. I am not caught up on sleep. But that's how things go. It's Friday at least. That's nice. Uh, Yesterday, um, for reasons that well, you know what? I guess I don't need to be coy about it. So Many Levels got nominated for a Parsec Award. It's not a final list yet or anything. It's just, someone nominated it, which is nice. I'm very uh, pleased that someone thought of it in that regard. And so I was putting together a submission track for it. And that's what I was trying to get to. And I was like, I tend to not want to announce these things, and it's like if it's finalized, then if we make the short list or something. But um, in any event, what that spurred was me thinking about what are some of the highlights of the campaign so far, in order to find clips that would work for such a submission. And I feel like I did okay. Found some good ones, and assembled an hour's long highlight reel. And part of what was really fun about it, though, was going back and re-listening to some of those old bits and just enjoying that again, and remembering just how much content there is associated with the whole campaign at this point. It's a lot. Mm. And so just going back and enjoying the storytelling that I've created with my friends. It's a lot of fun, and it's fun to think about and listen to. So it's a very pleasant evening spent. With the only tinge of anxiety to that is just it's hard to decide. It's hard to pick the clips, but I think I did okay. What I also did last night was I rewatched for the first time in probably since I was a little kid Disney's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Now, why did I pick that particular movie? Well, Mike and I are hoping to finally get back to our Watching 100 Movies podcast. Maybe do that, a few more episodes of that at least over the summer. And so Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest are the next two movies. And so I rewatched Snow White, and obviously little clips of it you see here and there all over the place, but hadn't just sit down and watched the whole thing from start to finish, like I said, probably since I was a little kid. In fact, I actually can't think of a specific time that I watched the whole thing start to finish. I mean, I imagine I must have. There wasn't any part of it that was unfamiliar. Although I will say that the classic scene of the hi ho song, I had always thought of it as hi ho, it's off to work we go. But the scene I was always thinking of is actually them leaving work, where they're saying it's off, it's home from work we go, which kind of took me aback because although they do sing it off to work we go later, that's not the scene I always associated with it. So I mean, it's so in any event, that was the only part that really kind of surprised me about it. But like, it's a lovely rewatch. I mean, it's the storytelling is very simple and kid friendly, of course. Lots of little lessons for kids wrapped up there in the silliness with the dwarves and everything. Doing chores and wash your hands before dinner and that sort of thing. But it's charming, and it holds up really well. Obviously there were some middle era Disney movies where the animation, like I love Sword in the Stone and Robin Hood and pretty deeply, but I mean the animation is uneven. I think we. I think I don't know if anyone would dispute that. But Snow White, I mean, it was the very first animated feature. It's a prestige piece, and the animation is gorgeous. And I just really enjoyed rewatching it. It's very good. Unfortunately, it's not free really anywhere. It's I had to buy a digital copy, but um, I found it very worthy of the rewatch and enjoyed it. Yep. All right, so I've got to go ahead and get ready for work now. So I will talk to you tomorrow for 5 more minutes.